Hi, this is David with Shur-Loc again, and we're going to be covering some of the tips and tricks and a couple of the new products that we have here as well. One of the things that we've come up with over the years is sometimes the aluminum on aluminum can get a little bit sticky. So a real quick fix for that is just taking a simple bottle of your standard Pledge, any kind of furniture wax, or even a dry silicone spray, something like that. Shoot a little bit on a shop towel, flip it over, and just wipe it right on there. Just gets it right into the hooks, and then you can also do that right onto the frame surface. And when you're putting on the next fabric, that thing will just float right on there, just like butter. So the next thing that I want to show you is a little tip that's really handy. And when you're putting on the tension bars onto the frame, sometimes you get it out and it's completely stretched, and then you look at it and it's not completely aligned. You can see that this tension bar is back away and it should be just about level with that edge. So instead of restarting, you can just simply put your stretcher strip right in there, and you can see how you can skew this back and forth. That's what the beauty of this coarse mesh. You can skew that back and forth. So in the direction that you want to pull the tension bar, I want to go to the right. So I'm going to skew it out to the right, and I'm holding this with my fingers so it doesn't allow this to slide back and forth. I hold it with my fingers, I pull it out in the direction that I want to go, and then I just start to put a little bit of down pressure on the handle and just keep repeating until I get it all the way out to that edge wherever I want it to be. So there we go, and it's all set. So you can do that on any of the sides, and pretty much no matter how far it's off, you can get that just straightened out perfectly so it's nice and balanced, because that's how we make the panels all nice and balanced on there. So that will give you the best results possible. The next thing that we have is, I'm just going to flip this over, and some of our split tape that we have available. It's a PMI product. You guys have heard of them and the split tape, but we had one specifically designed for the easy frames. It works really well. So I'm just going to take a little piece here, our dispenser that's available as well. And basically the white portion of this is more tacky than the black. So I want to adhere the white down first. That's going to give you your seal that you need so that your ink doesn't seep underneath it. And then the rest of it, the black portion, that has just a lighter amount of tack. So over time, when you need to peel this off, you're not going to have that sticky residue that's building up on the side of your frame. So that's another great product. And we can send you a sample roll if you're interested in that. The next thing that's pretty cool that we've had some people ask about is the fact that it's hard to identify what fabrics you have, what mesh count you have on there once it's into the press or into the racks. So we came up with these just simple little zip ties, and all you do, we have them in all the colors that correlate with the mesh counts, because we put the color-coded plastic on the edge of the mesh. So that correlates with those guys. So all you're gonna do is simply hook it over like this, lock it in there, take a pair of scissors, snip this off, and basically now in any kind of a rack or your press or anywhere, you can quickly identify and know exactly what mesh count that you've got on your frame there. So real quick and easy, simple little fix. You guys can order those right off the website. And lastly, the thing that some people have a question about was the fabrics. Can I remove them? And yes, you definitely can remove them off of your frame. It's really easy to do so. You can see that in the Easy 125 stretching video and removal. So once you remove that off of there, you can simply store this into a rack or into a box, wherever you want, and that way you're not tying up one of your frames, especially when you're just getting into the system. You won't have to tie that up with a fabric that you don't use as often. The other thing is, you can leave a design on there. If it's a simple one color, no registration job, you can leave the design right on there. But if there's any more than that, if you're doing any type of registration between multiple colors, we don't recommend storing with the design on there. Just clean it off, store it on the shelf, and you'll be all ready to go. So thank you very much, and check out our other videos at shurloc.com/YouTube.